Hey, how's it going out there today, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Want to talk to you about your trucking dream, and maybe let's keep it from becoming a nightmare. Let's talk about it. So, anytime you have a goal or a dream, you want to work towards it. You know, you want to feel like you earned it. You don't want to rush into it because you may give up on it a little sooner. You know, it's like I'm going to put it in there like the walk away lease. You know, it's probably not a good deal. I don't recommend walk away leases. But at the same time, let's think about why most people walk away. Because it's easy. They didn't have to work for it. If they would have saved up and bought a truck and their name was on the line, they would have a different mindset. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't like walk away lease. It takes that fire away. It takes that need to get out and make that money go away. You can just walk away. It's that simple. That's what they tell you, at least. What they don't tell you is they're going to get you in the end if you walk away. They're going to take your money. So let's get back to the dream part of it. Had someone reach out to me in the comments and they were saying, well, I'm only able to save a few $100s per month after I, pay all my bills and everything. So I'm going to go do a lease purchase, and that way I can save up to get a truck faster. You're not putting the risk in there. That's the thing. When you think like that, you got to keep in mind, you're not guaranteed to make more at a lease purchase. As a company driver, you don't have a negative check. As a lease purchase driver, you can have a negative check, and you often will, because of the high payments and them controlling your asset. I know I harp on that a lot, but don't let them control your asset. So my suggestion to the person was, why not find a better paying company job? Maybe that's it. And they said, well, I can't go at $300 a month they're saving. They said it would take around 50 months, which, is like over 4 years. And I said, yeah, that's true. Those numbers do add up. So let's think about that. Maybe, you're not everybody should be an owner operator at all times, because they said, well, I don't have any credit and I don't have any money saved up. Well, there's two signs right there that let you know you're probably not in the market to buy a truck, to be honest. You need some years. My strategy for them would be to up your pay now, get into a better paying job, maybe a better company. Lease purchase isn't the only way to make more in trucking. And contrary to that, it's actually one of the ways to make less money in trucking if you don't do it right. And a lot of it's not even up to you. A lot of it's up to the company you're lease purchasing from, whether you make it or not. It has nothing to do with your work ethic. It has nothing to do with your mathematical skills. It has to do with, do they like you? Do they want to run you? Or are they in business just to make money off of that truck? And now a lot of them are. And I actually think lease purchase is bad for the trucking industry. Let's dive into that for a second. We'll come back to the dream of owning a truck. I think lease purchase is bad for the industry because, let's face it, if I owned a company and I was doing lease purchase, would I care how much I haul freight for? No, I wouldn't, because I'm making money off the truck payment. So let's say you pay $500 a week more to your carrier that you're leasing that truck from than what the truck cost them. And this is not unheard of. Let's say the truck costs the carrier $800 a week to buy that truck. So they sell it to you for $1,300 a week. That's not unheard of. They're making $500 a week off of you just making that truck payment. They don't care if you make money above the truck payment. What good is that to them? They don't care. As long as they collect their truck payment, that's where they're at. That's why I think lease purchase is bad for the industry. It actually promotes lower rates, if you think about it, because that company doesn't care what they're hauling for. As long as they keep you moving, that's all they care about. They keep you moving. They make you enough money to pay that truck payment, and then they stop you and they start running somebody else. Because let's face it, they're making money off the truck payment, not off the freight. And that's why I think lease purchase hurts the trucking industry as a whole. It's like a company that doesn't pay their drivers anything. To me, like a Western Express pays, 38 cents a mile for an experienced driver. That's bad for the industry, because that promotes low pay for everybody when you agree to that. Because a company over here that's paying good has to compete with Western Express that's not paying good. So go find yourself a better paying company. That would be my opinion. So back to the guy with the dream of owning a truck. My suggestion was find a better paying company. You don't have to go lease purchase. Find a better paying company. Work on your credit. That's a big one. Work on your credit. Save some money because you're going to be in business. I cannot understand, and I cannot get it through people's head enough. When you buy a truck, you start a business. You're not just out here buying a truck. You're starting a business, and you got to get that business mindset going. So if you run your personal life in a way where you're at a low paying job, that probably means you're going to take low paying freight when you get out here on the freight market. If you got no money saved up, it probably means, well, when you go to lease purchase, you're not going to improve your situation. You're not going to save more money. It's just not going to happen. I mean, you can tell yourself it is, but it's not. And then the credit, work on your credit while you're a company driver. Don't jump into a lease purchase and get taken advantage of just because you have to get it now. See, freight rates are good right now, and everybody's got to buy a truck right now. It's all the rage. Get your truck, get your authority. It's what everybody wants to do. Someone left me a comment the other day. The FOMO theory, the fear of missing out. And it equates back to the stock market and trucking are very much alike. When people see these rates up, they get that itch like, oh my God, I got to get into trucking right now. I got to be an owner-operator right now. That may not be the best thing for you right now because you may get in and you may experience rates going down. And then you've put yourself in a position where you bought a truck at a higher cost because truck prices are higher right now. Used trucks, these dealerships know what the rates are. When the rates are up, the prices are up on the trucks. So keep that in mind. You're going to buy a truck that's got an elevated price. You're going to put it into a market at the peak. To me, that's like the retail investor. You wait till the local news starts talking about the stock market is at an all-time high. And you run out and you collect all your pennies and you go cash in all your change and you dump it into the stock market at the peak. That's what's going on in trucking right now. There's people dumping all their money in at the peak. Maybe sit back, relax, stay a company driver, run a cycle or two. Let the market go up and down a few times. See how it feels for you. See if you can stomach it. There's a lot of people, even as a company driver, that can't stomach the ups and downs of trucking. They get a very inconsistent paycheck sometimes because there's a lot of freight, then there's no freight, and, it varies. And, you'll see that if you stay in trucking long enough, every couple years it varies. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. So you got to keep that in mind. Do you want to buy an expensive, slightly overpriced? I think trucks are overpriced right now. Looking through truck paper, a lot of the used trucks look overpriced to me right now because they know they got you. They know you got you. Everybody wants to get in it right now. They got that angst. You know what I mean? That FOMO attitude. Fear of missing out on the $3 rate. Well, let me tell you. I would rather miss out on the $3 rate for a couple months than to be stuck with dollar rates for, God knows how long. So keep that in mind. Just because you're missing this one cycle doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Ride it out. See if you like it. See if it's for you. Because, you could do like me. When I first got my authority and I got a truck was in 2000 and into 2008, 2009. There was no freight to haul. You could say, hey, I'll haul freight for 50 cents a mile. There was nothing to haul. Like it was bad timing. And I'm telling you right now, you never know about this timing situation. So you got to play it very safe when you get into trucking and not try to time it. See, that's the key. Is not trying to time it. And right now, everybody's trying to time it. So what you got to do is you got to just be ready. Just be ready to go trucking at any time, And honest to God, you know why I lost everything in 2008, 2009? Because I wasn't ready to go trucking. I didn't have enough money saved up. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't have enough money saved up to go at it. I had enough money that if things would have went okay or things would have went great, I'd have survived it. I would have made it. Things didn't. See, everybody always wants to think about this upside. They never think about the risk side. And I was the same way. That's why I bring all this to you. I want you to learn from my mistakes, like lease purchase. That's why I don't want people to do it, because I've learned from it. I've seen it. It's like You're not in control of your business when you're a lease purchase driver. They're in control of your business. Because ultimately, let's face it, you put nothing in, why would they share the reward with you? What do you got in it? Nothing. You got nothing in it. You didn't pay any money down. All you got is some time in it. And you could put the time in as a company driver. Let's face it. So, my story here is, don't let your trucking dream turn into a nightmare. Because, just keep the dream alive, and keep it a dream. And don't sacrifice it for now. Rates are good. Because I did the same thing 2008, 2009. I saved up, and then I wasn't ready. I didn't have the money there. I didn't have the credit there. And when things went bad, I was one of the first ones to go. And let me tell you, I lost everything. Everything. And I don't want you to do that right now. If you're saving up, if it's only a few $100s a month, like, you're working hard to save that few $100s a month. Now, I think if you went to a better carrier, maybe you could do better. But I'm just saying, I don't know I don't know everyone's situation. I'm just telling you in generalities that, keep working on the dream. Work towards it. Get it right first. Get that confidence. Because when these people talk about going to do the lease purchase, they're in the mindset of, I have no money, I have no credit. And therefore, big mega carrier is going to do me a solid and put me in a truck. Well, yeah, no, they're not doing you a solid. Big Mega don't do you a solid. Big Mega takes care of Big Mega because Big Mega has shareholders that, need their money. And that's what Big Mega's worried about. They're not worried about you. So I am worried about you because I don't want to see you lose everything like I did. So save the money. And when the time is right, you will know it. Like I knew in 2008, I was stretching it too thin. I knew it. I knew deep down in my heart, but I said, hey, I can get in this. I can make this work. Yeah. Fell on my face. So just remember that, guys. Trucking's not a guaranteed success. Just like lease purchase doesn't always make more than a company driver does. It's just facts. But that's what I want to talk about today, guys. That's the moral of the story is don't let your trucking dream turn into a nightmare. And that's it, guys. I appreciate everybody watching. Be sure to click on one of these other videos. Stay educated and entertained. By all means, hit me up in the comments if you need anything. And take care of each other. Later.